I don't have to do much, do I? To be fair, Chicken put a great pass in over the top, and yeah, it was fairly straightforward for me. But I think our resolve just to stay in the fight was really good. Forwards kept chipping away. We didn't sort of rush anything, didn't lose any patience, and it was a well worked try.
One chance, one try.
Exactly, yeah, that's it. You have to be clinical against Africa, especially when you get into their 22. You've got to come away as much points as you can get, really. And yeah, just like I said, we were clinical. One shot, one kill, if you like.
Something in both tests as well.
Sorry?
Something you've done well in both tests.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Some chances we have been disappointed. Looking back over the two tests, there's been opportunities there for us where we haven't quite taken. That's been frustrating for us, especially as backs. More so backs than forwards there. So I think this week will just be being as clinical as we possibly can be, and as we have been, and just taking them chances when they can.
And Woodham, Garganson match winning conversion, decent kick.
Yeah, clutch moment from him, wasn't it? It's what the 10s are, eh? They thrive under pressure, right on the touchline to go in front, and he just pops it between the poles. So credit to him, and I know he puts loads of hours in on the training field practicing. So great for him, yeah.
And you will know what he's got for on this tour.
Yeah.
The birth of his baby, just give an insight into that.
Yeah, I know too well exactly what he was going through. He missed it by a couple of hours. And I'm sure he's desperate to get back and be with his family, but that's a nice sort of moment for him, and it makes it feel sort of worthwhile to put the kick over and ultimately win us the game.
So deja vu, Josh, a series decider against South Africa in Cape Town after last year.
Yeah, funny enough, yeah, same stadium as well. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than last year. But like South Africa, great team. They've shown over the two tests, and they've been really close both games, and I've no doubt it'll be exactly the same this weekend. And it's important that we really focus our minds on becoming the first team to come out here and win a test series. That's our sole goal as a squad now, and it's important that we really focus in on that.
And a different atmosphere to last year with fans in the stadium.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I've been seeing games being played in South Africa over numerous years. Whichever touring team comes out here, the stadiums are always rocking. They make a great atmosphere, and Loftus and Bloemfontein last week, they've been incredible, and hopefully we'll have another big crowd in Cape Town, and it can be a great day.
How are you, Josh? You've got back to be fit for this tour. You've been heavily strapped in a couple of games.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. It was beginning of April. I had the knee injury, so it was probably about 3 months since I last played a game. So a little bit of rustiness on my part, but no, in terms of how the knee's feeling, it feels fine.
Josh, touch on the Lions tour there. There's also going back a few years more to the semi-final of the World Cup. Kind of feel like you're on the Springboks one?
No, not necessarily, to be honest. I don't think I don't see it that way personally. This is a totally different sort of series of events. This is our summer series here, and no, I don't see it like that. I think the most important thing for us is a different squad. To that time, there's different players as well. So the most important thing for us is the here and now and this Saturday.
We all know the snake was flying around after the Six Nations, turned that around in a couple of months. What would after that, the situation was looking a little bit bleak heading into next season, turned that around. What would winning this series do, taking you into a World Cup game?
Well, first of all, I think it'd give us a lot of confidence. Of course, South Africa are world champions. To come out here and win a series, fills the squad with loads of confidence to take forward. I think, we've showed how good we can be, and our challenge is to stay there and be consistent. Where probably time's gone past, we haven't been as consistent as we'd liked, and I think over the two games we've played out here, we've got better from game 1 to game 2, and I'd like to think we'll get better into game 3 as well.
So what do you put that turnaround down to between the end of March and the start of July?
It's quite difficult to really put your finger on one specific thing. Focusing a lot more on our training week, I think, buying into a lot more things during training hard, all your basics really. Maybe taking it back a few notches as well and focusing on your nuts and bolts of the game. And I think that's where we've been really successful, years gone by as well. So I think them things all add up, and it's done us well in the last 2 tests.
Josh, they've used 42 players for 2 test matches. 10 of the guys who were starting the weekend weren't involved last weekend. They're fresh. Does that give them an advantage?
Possibly, it might do. Like you said, they've had a rest. Majority of that team played Test 1, had a rest, or weren't selected for Test 2, and now back in. South Africa have got a rugby championship after this. They've got a large squad. I'm sure rotation was probably something they were thinking about prior to the Test series. But for us as a team, it don't make a difference who's playing. It's the same goal that we want to get at the end of the day, and whatever team they pick, they pick.
I'll ask you a bit more about the Lions tour last year, the juxtaposition in the experience you're having now. When you look back on it now, being close to the way Arabella, how bizarre was that all when you're out and about in the sun is shining, making contact with people?
Yeah, now you mean? Yeah, it's strange. Last year when we were in the same hotel in Joburg, actually, as we were last year, and the difference. I had no idea that casino side of it even existed, compared to what last year was. We sort of obviously very isolated. We were all sort of fenced in, making sure there was no contact coming in or out. So to come out here now and be able to experience that, we absolutely loved our hotel in the Monte Casino in Johannesburg. It was great. Like you said, to be able to now interact with everybody. You guys wouldn't have been sitting here last year, would have you? So be able to have everybody back and just how things were, it's great. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more and then move to Welsh.
Having won last week and got the bogey of winning in South Africa, do you feel like you guys can go express yourself and really just play this week?
I don't think anything really drastically would change. Obviously we like to vary what we're going to do in each test depending on the opposition and who they select, etc. Playing altitude does come into a factor as well. But no, from our point of view, we know what we need to do. I think we showed a good example of that last week, and it's just about taking it up another couple of levels, physically, but mentally as well. This is the last week of the tour. We've really got to focus in and make sure we put our best performance out this weekend.